Hi, I'm Kirk, and we are Cherries Red Army, the AFC Bournemouth fan channel on YouTube. This is Dean Court. You might also hear it called the Vitality Stadium, but what it is the home of the Cherries for the 2023-24 season, a place we're going to try and make very difficult for 19 other football teams under the leadership of Andoni Iraola. And if we can make this place a fortress, we might be able to improve on our 15th place finish from last season. In this video, we have collaborated with 19 other YouTube or podcast channels to ask them for their Premier League predictions. 4 questions came their way. Who do they think will win the Premier League? Which 3 teams will be relegated? Where do they think their team will finish? And which player should we look out for from their squad? Well, let's get into it. First team, Crystal Palace.
What's going on, people? It's Steve here from Back of the Nest, giving my quick reaction or preview to the upcoming season from a Palace perspective. So the one player to watch out for from Palace's side of things is going to be Lerma. No, I'm not joking. Let me not going to start with that. But Lerma is one of those players on the list. But if I had to pick out one, it would be Eze. Because when Roy did come in, this player literally transformed in the last 10 games, getting called up to the England squad due to how good he was playing, scoring goals, getting assists. The big question mark is, can he do it in the upcoming season? Who do I think will win the league? I think it's going to be City. I can't go against Manchester City's Pep Guardiola. He's been the key man. They just done a treble last year. I think Liverpool probably are going to get involved in the conversation in the title race alongside Arsenal, but you just can't go against Man City. Which 3 teams do I think will be relegated? Luton, Sheffield United, and maybe Everton. It's just the Everton could potentially go down. They've been down there for quite a bit now, a season or two. So this might be the season that they get relegated. And what position do I think Palace will finish? I think it might be 11th. Roy's aiming for top 10, but I don't know. Maybe we just scrape 11th to 12th, but I think we do stay up. But top 10 is the objective.
Hi guys, Jay here from the JSGC Man City fan channel representing Manchester City. Thanks so much to Kirk for having me on the Cherries Red Army YouTube channel, much appreciated. Just giving some of my thoughts for the upcoming season. Firstly, players to look out for Manchester City. I don't really need to mention him, but I will. Erling Haaland broke the goal scoring record last season. Can he go on to better his own record this season? I think that he might. Who do I think is going to finish first? I'm going to back Manchester City. We're looking for history. We've done 3 Premier League trophies in a row. We're doing something now, or trying to do something that no other team has done before, and going for number 4. I think Manchester City under Pep Guardiola, the team that we've established, the bits of business that we've done in the summer, adding Matija Kovacic to our team as well. I think Manchester City will win the Premier League this year. So I'm backing it. I believe in Manchester City, so I'm backing them to make it trophy number 4 in a row. The 3 teams that I think are going to be relegated this season, I'm going for Luton Town, Sheffield United and Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Hello, this is Farhan, aka Gunner Since 96 from the Arsenal Therapy Podcast. I want to first start off by saying a massive thank you to you for inviting us to take part in this Premier League prediction. And having said that, I will begin with my prediction. I think Arsenal, the team that I support, will end up winning the Premier League, will end up lifting the trophy at the end of the season. Last season we came so close. Heartbreaking end to the season with those games and those points being dropped. But with the arrival of Declan Rice, who I think is the player to watch out for, I think we will have the edge on City, and we'll see a massive upgrade in that part of the pitch, as well as also, seeing an upgrade in young players who are still developing, players like Bukayo Saka, Gabby Martinelli, you've got Saliba as well. So it'll be really exciting for us to hopefully go the whole mile and lift the trophy. The 3 teams who I feel like will struggle and ultimately get relegated will be Sheffield United, who don't have a great track record in the Premier League. I think Luton Town will stay up because it's, written, isn't it? The story of the underdogs who make it into the Premier League in their first season, and ultimately they somehow survive. I think Nottingham Forest will be relegated. They cut it really fine last season, somehow managed to survive by the skin of their teeth. And the final team who I feel like will get relegated is, well, it has to be Tottenham, right? Cursed if Harry Kane leaves. I mean, ultimately I am just bantering here, but they will be in big trouble if Harry Kane leaves. I'm not sure who the third team will be. I've had a good think about it, but it's really difficult to predict these things, especially when the season hasn't started, when you don't know how teams will start, what teams will be the come with the surprise element. So we'll see. But those two teams I feel like will definitely get relegated.
Evening, guys. It's Kev from LFC Day Trippers. Hope you're all doing well. Quick predictions for this season. Player to watch out for Liverpool was two, but I'll go with one. I think Alexis McAllister. For the fee that we paid for him, he's an absolute bargain. World Cup winner, showed his qualities at Brighton. I fully expect him to be on it from day one with Liverpool. Who I think will win the league? I think it's hard to look past Manchester City, despite the fact they lost Gundogan. I think they'll be favourites again. Which teams do I think will get relegated? I think Luton, Sheffield United, and I think Everton are in trouble. Everton should have gone last year. They got lucky. I don't think they're going to get lucky this time round. What position do I think my club will finish? Hand on heart, I fancy us going in every August to win the league. But I think, given the upheaval that we've had so far this window, I'd be happy to finish third. Champions League is a minimum. Have to get Champions League. Anything from that upwards, I'll be happy with.
Hiya, I'm Johnny from Sheffield United fan channel, The Shoreham View. Been asked to answer a few questions. First off, who's winning the Premier League this season? It's Man City again, isn't it? Just look at them. They're just better and better every year. Keep improving. Arsenal, I think this year were probably the chance and they blew it. I think they could finish third or fourth this year. Maybe they'll surprise us all and pull off the win this year, but I just can't look past Man City. Liverpool aren't what they once were. Man U's Man U, isn't it? And Tottenham, Chelsea still transitioning, so it's going to be Man City. One player to watch from us, if he's still here, it's Iliman Ndiaye. Just a generational talent, probably one of the best, if not the best we've ever seen at Bramall Lane. And hopefully he'll still be here, and if he is, he'll give us a chance of staying up. Just strong on the ball, brilliant feet, absolute baller. If he's not here, your usual instincts like Sander Berge. I think Ollie Mack will have a decent season, but Sander Berge will be the other obvious one to watch. Where will my team finish and who is going down? That's a joint question. I think if we can keep his key players, keep fit, reinforce in positions where we've not got many reinforcements, we could stay up. I'm not going to say it's going to be a great season. I'm saying we could stay up. I'm going to base my 3 going down on me being positive for once and us staying up. I'm going to say that is going to be Burnley, then it's going to be Everton, and then Nottingham Forest. If we go down, probably Everton or Forest stay up. But no, I'm going to try and stay positive. Hopefully we'll have a decent season. Hopefully we'll keep Ndiaye. And let's go from there. Up the Blades.
Hey guys, Charlie here from Chelsea Fan TV, and this is my 60-second Premier League predictions. In terms of a player to look out for Chelsea this season, I'm going to say the striker Nicholas Jackson, who's coming from Villarreal, £35 million, hit the ground running in pre-season, has looked really good. I think he could definitely be one to look out for. In terms of who's going to win the league, I think it's going to be Manchester City again, becoming the first team to go 4 in a row. I just don't think you can look past Pep Guardiola's side. They always get the recruitment spot on. They always find a way of going again, so I can't look past them. In terms of relegation, I don't want to just say the 3 promoted teams, but I think they could struggle. But for me, I think Luton are going to be banging in trouble. I think Forest could be in trouble as well. And I hate to say it, but I think Bournemouth could also be in a spot of bother as well. In terms of where Chelsea may finish, I think I'm going to say 5th place, just get back into the Champions League and then we can build from there again. But of course, always hoping for more.
Hi guys and girls, Essence here for Forest Fan TV, and the Nottingham Forest player to watch out for this season coming will be Danilo, the Brazilian wonder kid who actually made his debut against the Cherries at the Vitality back in January this season. Really expect him to push on and become a mainstay in the first 11, and let's just hope we can fend off interest from the bigger clubs once he does break through, because he's a real talent and one to look out for. And if he does carry on his form into the season, and I can see, and we can hold on to our home form, which was absolutely fantastic last season, and slight tweaks to our away form, even if we can get a couple more wins, I can see us finishing in the top end of the bottom half of the table. So 12th place finish for me for next season for Nottingham Forest is more than I could hope for, and that's where I think we will finish. A boring bit now, Premier League, who will be the Premier League champions, and you can't really see too far past Man City making it a record-breaking 4 Premier League wins in a row. But saying that, I think Arsenal probably had the best business so far in the summer transfer window, and bearing in mind they were only 2 wins away from winning the title last season. If they can make those changes and close that gap, then it could be interesting. But as it stands, it's Man City's title to lose for me. Now to the bottom end of the table, I really can't see past. I can't see the newly promoted teams doing too well. I can see a couple of them struggling, going straight back down, and those 2 for me will be Sheffield United and Luton Town, in that order, with the bottom 2 positions. And just to be controversial on your channel, I can see Bournemouth joining them in that 3rd spot. Now, Cherries fans, I know you're gonna come at me, but give me a reason why I'm wrong and why your team is staying up this season. But I genuinely think you will struggle, and I think you'll go straight back down again. Yeah, thank you for having me on. Thank you for listening to my opinions. I'm sure you're not going to be inviting me back on too soon, but look out for the Beat the Drop show, and when that's ready, Cherries TV will give you a shout. Come on, you Reds.
Hello, it's Justin here from Up the Villa podcast, and here are my predictions for next season. My player to watch out for at Villa is our newly crowned record signing, Moussa Diaby. I think he's a very exciting signing, and I can't wait to see him in a Villa shirt. I think he could be a real explosive player in the Premier League next season. Easy one for league winners, Man City. I just don't see anyone challenging them. Maybe 1 or 2 teams might get a bit closer to them, but they're head and shoulders, aren't they? 3 teams to get relegated. Luton, I think they're going to struggle. Sheffield United, another team coming up, I think are going to struggle. And then Wolverhampton Wanderers also, I think, are going to go down. And finally, my prediction for Villa this season, I'm always mega confident with Villa, and I'm not going to change now. We had a fantastic season last year. We've added quality all over the pitch. I'm going to say we're going to nick that final Champions League spot in 5th. Up the Villa.
Hello, Ian Mills from Across the Park podcast, the right side of Merseyside, the blue side. Thanks for having me back on Cherries Red Army to preview the season. From my point of view, our player to watch out for will be someone you guys know very well, Arnaud Danjuma. I hope there'll be more strikers to come in. We're recording this end of July, but for now it would be Danjuma. Everton need goals. Apart from him, go for maybe James Garner. Who's going to win the league? Please, anyone but Liverpool, in all seriousness. Who's going to beat Manchester City? It's got to be them to win the league again. 3 teams to go down. I think Wolves will be down there. I think Wolves will be in trouble. I think Sheffield United will be in trouble. And I think Luton will be in trouble. So there's my 3 teams to go down. Where will the Blues finish? Where will Everton finish this season? The $1,000,000 question. I just want to sleep in April and May, so I'm going to predict top half of mid-table, and I'll be very happy with that. Thanks for having me on, and I hope to catch you again in the season when we play.
Okay, we're at the midpoint of these Premier League predictions. Do me a massive favour, subscribe to Cherries Red Army, hit the like button on this video, and also subscribe to every contributor that's taken the time to do this just for you. Head into the description below, links in there to YouTube channel and podcasts, potentially Twitter socials as well. Check them out, subscribe to every single one, even those that have put Bournemouth in the bottom three. We're going places. Stop putting us in the relegation zone. Those times are over. Let's get back into it then for the second half of these Premier League predictions.
Hey guys, it's Emil from the True Faith Newcastle United podcast. I hope you like my jacket and the background. I did it with you in mind. Currently at a festival and there's no bands on, so I thought I'd do this now for you. First of all, one player to watch out for from Newcastle this year is Alexander Isak. I think that he is just going to get better and better and better. He was wowing people with his moves last year, and I still think he's just going to do even more. But if you want someone really new, Sandro Tonali is going to be that game changer that Eddie Howe needs. He can hopefully unlock some of those teams like yourselves that we struggled to break down last year, so definitely watch out for him. I think winner of the Premier League, it's a foregone conclusion. I think Man City are just too strong. Teams that are going to go down, I'm afraid to say, guys, with your manager change, I'm a bit worried for Bournemouth, and I think that Sheffield United and Luton will also be down there as well, because I don't think they're as strong as some of the teams that have come up in recent years. And as for Newcastle, I think that we'll finish maybe 5th or 6th with a good run in the Champions League. That'd be nice.
Hi everyone, so I'll start off with my team, Manchester United. I think Manchester United will probably finish 4th or 3rd again, just because there's so many teams who are strengthening. Manchester City are miles clear of Man United at the moment. Arsenal's looking good, Chelsea's strengthening, Newcastle looking good, Liverpool are strengthening, so I think it's going to be a tough one for that top 4. So I personally think that that's where Manchester United are going to probably finish again, in the top 4. I can't see us challenging for the top, as many people think that we might do that. A player I think could watch out for the team, I'd probably say Bruno Fernandes. With him being the captain, I think he's got that hunger, determination to do a lot better. I think Manchester City will win the Premier League, just because they're miles clear of everyone else. And the 3 teams who I think will get relegated are Luton, unfortunately. Luton, Sheffield United, and I'm going to go controversial. I'll probably say Burnley. But it all depends on how all 3 of the teams strengthen. Thank you.
The one player which I think everyone needs to watch out for in the Luton side is Luke Berry. Luke Berry is someone that goes under the radar, even amongst Luton fans. He works extremely hard, he gets stuck in, and he knows where the goal is. His late last-minute runs are trademark Luke Berry, a little bit what Frank Lampard did throughout his whole Chelsea career. He's that type of player, and he's someone who I think will go under the radar this season amongst Premier League supporters. In fact, probably all of our players will go under the radar amongst a lot of Premier League fans. The team which I think will win the Premier League, I do think Arsenal are going to give it a lot more of a go this season. I don't think they're going to do what they did last year and bottle the league. I think it's going to go down to the final game of the season to make it really exciting. So I am going to go with Arsenal over Manchester City. The 3 teams which I think will go down are Wolves, Everton and Sheffield United. I think the way they've recruited Wolves and Everton has been quite bad so far this season, and Sheffield United, I just don't think that squad is, good enough to stay up in the Premier League. And where do I think Luton are going to finish? Well, I think we're going to stay up in the Premier League. I just think we're going to do typical Luton and prove a lot of people wrong. Our signings have been extremely good, and I think we're going to finish 17th in the Premier League.
New season's finally rolling around for Fulham, and I'm really excited. I think we can have another good year. We were fantastic last year, finishing 10th place, which I don't think a lot of people expected.
Willian, again, will be a crucial player for us. It was good business to get him tied down for another year. At 35, still proven to be a really, really good Premier League player. To win the league, I think Man City will probably do it again this year. I do think it might be a little bit closer though. I think Arsenal could take them to the last couple of games this time, potentially even the last game, so made some really good signings. Bottom three, I think Luton, Sheffield United and Wolves. Difficult to look past the first two I've mentioned there. Sheffield United with finances and Luton's squad strength just isn't quite there, but I hope they do have a good season. And then Wolves, yeah, I don't think they're scoring many goals at all, to be honest. It's going to be tough for them. For Fulham, I'll take anywhere between 10th and 14th. I'd be more than happy mid-table again.
Dan Lawless here. My predictions for this season are as follows. First of all, the player to watch out for West Ham United is undoubtedly Lucas Paqueta. Was brilliant towards the second half of the season last season, and he is only going to get better. Absolutely top class player. Exciting to see what he can do with a football. Who will win the league? I think it's going to be Man City. Sorry, not Man United. I think Man City are going to do it again. They've got the Champions League done out the way. I think they're going to focus on getting that Premier League again. That seems to be their bread and butter. And when it comes to relegation, my three teams to get relegated are as follows. Luton could be a step too far for them to maintain their Premier League position unless they invest. Sheffield United, I think similar. And Everton, this could be the year they finally go down, flirting with it long enough. And I think unless West Ham, as it stands, unless we really invest, West Ham will finish 14th as it stands. We'll see.
Hi guys, Nathan from Turfcast Podcast here. My player to watch for the season for Burnley is Anas Zaroury, Moroccan international. Bags of pace, loads of tricks, very exciting player. I think he's got a big season ahead of him and he's got something to prove after a following championship campaign. Team to win the league, Man City. Can't look beyond anyone else really. Their team's just ridiculous. One of the best football insides I've ever seen in my generation. So yeah, I'm going to tip in City again. My three teams to go down are Luton, Sheffield United and Wolves. I think Wolves are in a bit of a pickle at the minute, aren't they, through over the summer. I think they're going to struggle again. And I think, yeah, Sheffield United and Luton, I don't think they've just got enough to stay up, unfortunately for them. And where I think Burnley will finish this year is I think Burnley will finish 12th. I think we're going to surprise a lot of teams, we're going to play some exciting football, and we're going to catch a lot of people off guard. So yeah, cheers for that.
Hey mate, Dave from Always Wolves Fan TV here. Who's the player to look out for? I'd say Mario Lemina, midfield destroyer really, so look out for him. Who's going to win the league this year? I hope anyone from but Manchester City, because it gets a bit boring, so they probably will win it, but I hope anyone else does. Who's going to go down? I think Luton probably, almost certainly. They might have a few great days, but you know they're going to go down. Sheffield United probably, and then in the mix I think it'll be Everton, probably maybe Brentford and Bournemouth, sadly. But I do think Everton might go this year, so I think Bournemouth will stay up. So Everton. Where are Wolves going to finish? Well, judging off the last two performances, Porto and Celtic in pre-season friendlies, we did okay. So the starting sort of 11 to sort of 17 are good quality. If we don't bring anyone in, I think we'll probably be around that 15th place. If we do bring in 2 or 3 or 4 players, which I think we will do before the end of the window, hopefully we can make top half and have a cup run, and let's hope we're not flirting with relegation battle again. Anyway, that's my thoughts, and from myself, all the best.
Hi, this is Dave Lane from Beside. Just at the very end of our US tour, Brentford have been over here for 10 days, played 3 games, we played alright, it's been really good. Next season though, Brentford player to look out for, I'm going to go for Kevin Sharder. He's the guy that's probably going to be replacing Ivan Toney as the number 9. Expecting, hoping for some goals from him until Toney comes back in January. Who's going to win the league? I'm going to go Man City. I can't really go past them. You know, they're an incredible team. 3 to go down. I'm probably going to say Luton, like many others. We'll see though. A lot of people said that about us the last couple of years. Everton, they've been trying for the last couple of years. I think they'll manage it this year. Sheffield United, I think those 3 will go down. For us, I think another top 10 finish. I'll take that obviously right this second. From everything I've seen, close season, looks like we are going to carry on playing some really good football. So yeah, more of the same from us. Could push top 6, but I'm not going to be greedy. Top 10. Come on, you beans.
Hi there, I'm Jack, a Brighton fan, and here's what I think will come up in the season with the predictions that I've been asked for. One player you should look out for in our team is another random gem of a young player who we've just uncovered, which is Simon Adjingra. He had a great season on loan at Union St Galois and has already scored 2 goals in pre-season. He's a winger, he's really fast. Hopefully we've just found another random player again. That would be great. In terms of the 3 teams, I think will go down. It's quite a mixed bag. I think there's about 6 teams that could drop. I think ultimately Luton will go down, although I don't think it will be as obvious as people think it is. I think they'll get a lot of points at home. And I think that it'll be quite a hard place to go. So I can't see them doing something stupid like a Derby County 11 points. I think Sheffield United going down as well. They really haven't strengthened and lost their best player as well. So can't see much going on there. And then probably for the 3rd spot, I'm going to go with a slightly rogue one, I guess. But Wolves, I've been calling this for a few seasons now. So one of these seasons it's got to actually come true. I think they've sold quite a few players. They don't look like they can bring anyone in. It seems like a little bit of an end of an era for them. They've had some good sort of, you know, players like Jimenez and Ruben Neves who just seem to have their time has come to an end and they're quite key to them. So yeah, I think Wolves are my rogue shout. I do think Bournemouth will stay up again. So I said that last season. I think I was the only person who said it amongst any of my friends. So maybe I think they're going to surprise a few again. In terms of who I think will win the league, I think it's just going to be Man City again. Really boring answer. I just think they're just the best team in the world, aren't they? I think Arsenal could do it. They could run them close, but probably not in my view. And then finally, where do I think Brighton will finish? Well, we've got Europa League to contend with this season, which I'm very much looking forward to. But for me personally, I think we'll finish in the sort of 12th to 8th region. I don't think we'll repeat the feat and get Europa League football again. But I think that we're still a good team. De Zerbi plays really good football. We'll still get some wins, but I think we'll just lose out on those extra points due to fatigue. I mean, we played Bournemouth just after a European game, so it'll be interesting to see our first European game. So it'll be interesting to see how we deal with the hangover of the travelling, especially if we get somewhere like Kazakhstan, which I've already worked out how to get to by plane. But I think we're in for a different season, but I don't think we'll be anywhere near the relegation scap. That could be famous last words there. And I think we'll be looking up rather than down, but I don't think we'll be in the 8th place territory. I think we've made a couple of decent signings. Milner's really good. Mo Dahoud is a very good player. Igor Julio, as well as some players returning from loan. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on. It should be another decent season.
Hi, I'm Harry from Park Lane Podcast, and the one player I think you should watch out for
my team, Tottenham Hotspur, next season is Destiny Udogie. I think a player that will thrive under new manager Ange Postecoglou. I sadly think that Arsenal will win the league. I think they've gone out and spent the money for Kai Havertz and Declan Rice. I think they'll get them over the line. They've strengthened on the positions they needed to compared to last year. I think this year is their year. Sadly, pains me to admit as a Spurs fan. 3 teams I think will be relegated are Wolves, Sheffield United and Bournemouth. And what position I think my club will finish in? I think my club will finish 5th in the Premier League, and I think also will win the FA Cup. I think it'll be a good season under new manager Ange Postecoglou if he's given the tools, and that is a new centre-back ideally. So that's my predictions. There you go.
That leaves one prediction left in this video. Mine. Who will win the Premier League? Very boring, going with the common theme, and I think it will be Manchester City. They'll continue to strengthen. They've got the best manager in the league. Arsenal might give it another go, but I think Manchester City will be too strong. 3 teams to go down. It's so easy, isn't it? I'm going to say it, and I feel bad for saying it because it's the underdog story again, but I think Luton Town will be relegated. Look, if you overthink it, Luton fans, you'll get relegated. If you have a little bit of fun, play with some heart, you might do it. You might have some good days, and you could do it. We did it before when we first came into the Premier League, but I think it will be tough for you guys. Another squad that might struggle is Sheffield United. Let their best player go. Don't see many signings coming through the door. Not sure how happy their manager is. And I think Sheffield United will struggle. 3rd team to go down is another team that are letting players walk out through the exit door. Not much is coming through because, again, financially, they're struggling to raise funds. Wolverhampton Wanderers had a good run in the Premier League. I think it could come to an end in the 2023-24 season. So I think Wolves will go as well. Bournemouth, look out for. Player to look out for. Going for someone a little bit unorthodox. It's a new signing. It's at fullback. It's Milos Kerkez, a young, inspiring, energetic, bubbly left back. Probably a snip at £15 million, hopefully, and he's going to be an exciting player to watch. Could be quite progressive down that left flank for us, and I think he'll get on some goals and assists and add value where we definitely lacked at times last season. And where can Bournemouth finish? Well, we still need to do some work ourselves in the transfer window. Still need a couple of decent midfielders, a right back, a goal scorer that can put the ball in the back of the net more often, hopefully. If we do that, our aspirations of improving on 15th can be done. And I'm optimistic. Have a good transfer window. Maybe add a few more in January 12th. Thank you to every contributor on this video. Do check them all out in the description below. Do hit the like button and use those comments to tell us your predictions for the Premier League. Kicks off very soon. Up the Cherries.